What does it mean to build community during a global pandemic? Back in early 2020, New York was hit exceptionally hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, with local hospitals reaching maximum capacity and thousands of families experiencing an array of challenges, from unemployment to food insecurity. As an organization committed to serving and representing Korean Americans in the tri-state area, KAAGNY formed a community task force in February together with the New York Physicians Association of New York, the Federation of Korean Churches, the Korean American Business Council, and community organizations and foundations to serve the broader community. In the wake of rising COVID-19 cases, many frontline workers found themselves without the proper protective items to provide medical services to COVID-19 patients and high-risk individuals. For this reason, we've spent much of 2020 distributing masks, medical coveralls, and other PPE items directly into the hands of physicians and nurses who are facing a shortage at work, as well as to the hardest-hit hospitals and nursing homes. In coordination with local elected officials and the generosity of organizations like Native Foundation, KISS USA, and Height Jinro America, we have been able to support the frontline workers at Queens Elmhurst Hospital, Holy Name Medical Center, the Veterans Memorial Home at Paramus, nursing homes, and numerous others in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. In the summer of 2020, a national movement for racial equality was underway. In the wake of the Black Lives Matter movement following the murder of George Floyd, the need for solidarity between all communities of color was even more pressing. And that is why KAAGNY has committed to developing stronger relations between Black and Korean communities and to show our support. In June, we led a delegation of Korean American community groups to meet with Reverend Al Sharpton at the House of Justice in Harlem to show our support at their local food distribution event and for the National Action Network's Youth Empowerment Program. We have also acted as a liaison between local government offices, Black community groups, and Korean business owners to prevent a boycott of Korean businesses and to reach an agreement that would build solidarity between Black and Korean communities. Recently, we have made additional visits to the National Action Network to present scholarships to Black high school students and to donate masks and hand sanitizers to the House of Justice. Over the summer, KAAGNY launched its inaugural high school internship and volunteer program. Over an intensive 6-week program, 14 interns and 18 student volunteers learned about Asian American civil history, attended special career talks, had college prep workshops, and generated social media content. Feedback from participants was overwhelmingly positive. KAAGNY gave them a space to explore their heritage and a summer experience unfound anywhere else. Students learned that they are a part of a proud and resilient Korean American community.
Both these programs were developed by myself, Elizabeth Yoon, and Ari Kim. We developed these programs to have both an educational component and a skills learning component. This program was developed intentionally to have a focus on Korean American heritage, and we found that the students responded incredibly well to learning about incredibly complex periods of Korean American and just American history in general.
2020 has been a year for action, not only in the fight against the pandemic, but also for the political representation of Korean Americans. With Korean Americans being a hard-to-count demographic group, it has been imperative that the community come together to raise our voices in the civic process. We are proud to have been a leading organization of KA Vote and to have joined the effort to increase Korean participation in the 2020 census and elections. For much of 2020, KAAGNY and other supporting organizations have conducted Korean media tours, marches in New York City, and local outreach to encourage census participation, voter registration, and early voting in as many families and households as possible. This way, we can ensure that our community will be heard and represented in the civic process. Our biggest project this year has been the COVID-19 Share the Love food relief campaign. Upon learning of how many Korean American families are experiencing food insecurity and unemployment, we had to take action to make sure that our community is getting the help they need. Through the campaign, we have been able to provide low-income families with monthly food relief vouchers over a 5-month period. We are proud to share that through over 400 individual donations from members of the community, we have raised over $1.23 million that will provide relief to over 1,600 families in New York and New Jersey. Despite the challenges that 2020 has thrown our way, through community action and mutual aid, our community has shown that we truly are stronger together.
KAAGNY is our face and voice. It represents our community and empowers us. It is a bridge that unites first and second generations. It is you and me and our community's future, and we're stronger together.
제61주년 뉴욕 한인의 밤 및 제118주년 미주 한인의 날 행사에 와주신 여러분 환영합니다. 오늘 이 행사는 뉴욕 한인의 창립 61주년을 기념하는 동시에 미 연방의회가 한인 이민자들의 미국 사회 기여를 높이 인정해 제정한 미주 한인의 날을 기념하는 자리입니다. 이렇게 의미가 큰 행사에 여러분들을 직접 만나 뵙지 못하고 온라인으로 뵙게 돼 아쉬움이 크지만 그 어느 행사보다도 많은 분들께 인사를 드리고 또 함께 할 수 있어 감사한 마음입니다. 오늘 이 시간은 이 같은 온라인의 강점을 최대한 살려 원하시는 분 누구나 참여하실 수 있는 오픈 형식으로 진행되고 있습니다. 지금 뉴욕 한인의 웹사이트 www.kaagny.org로 접속하시면 함께 하실 수 있습니다. 그럼 이제 본격적으로 제61주년 뉴욕 한인의 밤 및 제118주년 미주 한인의 날 행사를 시작하도록 하겠습니다.
Welcome and thank you for joining us for the Korean American Association of Greater New York's 2021 Virtual Gala. Today, we're here to celebrate not only KAAGNY's 61st anniversary, but also Korean American Day, which marks the 118th anniversary of the arrival of the first Korean immigrants to the United States. Though we are not able to celebrate together in person tonight due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are so grateful to have you tune in and join us online. Tonight, we are doing something a little bit different from our usual gala program. Despite the challenges of adopting to an online format for this year, we are thrilled to be able to open our gala event to all streaming live to your homes. For more information about us, please check out KAAGNY's homepage at www.kaagny.org to see our initiatives and what we've been up to in 2020. Without further ado, let's get started with tonight's program.
먼저 국민의례가 있겠습니다. 모두 계신 자리에서 화면 속 국기를 향해 주시기 바랍니다.
Lining with KAAGNY tradition, please join us as we salute the flags.
국기에 대하여 경례. 바로 이어서 애국가와 미국가 재창이 있겠습니다. 테너 김건수, 소프라노 심규연, 피아노 연주 김대진 님이 수고해 주시겠습니다.
Now we will have the Korean and American national anthems. The anthems will be performed by tenor Konsu Kim, soprano Kyu-yeon Shim, and pianist Taejin Kim.
하사
다음은 순국 선열 및 호국 영령에 대한 묵념이 있겠습니다.
Join us now as we pay tribute to our fallen heroes.
일동 묵념. 바로 김영덕 뉴욕 한인회 이사장님의 오프닝 리마크가 있겠습니다.
Please join us in welcoming KAAGNY Board Chair Dr. Y.D. Kim for his opening remarks.
It was my dream that the Korean American community, all generations, would come together and work together. While things were difficult during the pandemic, I feel that we are closer to my dream being realized. KAAGNY is performing the role of both an umbrella and grassroots organization and actively working together across generation lines, also with the greater community at large. I am proud of all that KAAGNY did and achieved this year, and I want to thank all the KAAGNY officers and staff who have worked harder than ever for the community this year. With that, I would like to introduce someone I've known ever since he was a young lawyer, just starting his career. Someone I have known and worked with over 30 years now. Please welcome KAAGNY President Charles Yoon. Thank you.
다음 순서는 뉴욕 한인회 찰스윤 회장님께서 나오셔서 인사 말씀을 해주시겠습니다.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. Please join us in welcoming the 36th President of KAAGNY, Charles Yoon.
Good evening, everyone. This year challenged us like no other year. As soon as the pandemic hit, however, KAAGNY formed a task force of Korean American organizations, and we attacked each task by task, whether it was on providing testing for community members or providing PPE or providing instructions and directions for government aid, or whether it was providing for the most vulnerable members of our community. Whatever the challenge was, together we met the challenge. As we look forward to another year, the challenges still remain. And KAAGNY pledges to work hard with the community because we are indeed stronger together. 예, 50만 동표를 대표하는 뉴욕 한인회에서는 이번 코로나19 팬데믹이 터지자마자 범동포적으로 태스크포스를 구성을 해서 우리 동포 여러분이 겪고 계신 여러 가지 문제 해결에 다른 커뮤니티 멤버들과 같이 힘을 합쳐서 이것을 풀어나가는 데 힘을 썼습니다. 올해 새해도 우리가 다 같이 힘을 모아서 이 코로나19로서 몰아닥친 여러 어려움을 갖다가 풀어나가는데 힘을 쓰겠습니다. 오늘 이 자리 같이 해주신 여러분께 감사드리며 지난해 한때 어려웠을 한 해를 돌아보고 또 앞으로 한 해를 우리가 다 같이 힘을 합치면은 이겨나갈 수 있다라는 다짐을 가지는 자리가 됐으면 좋겠습니다. 여러분 감사합니다.
다음은 대한민국 문재인 대통령님의 미주 한인의 날 축사 순서가 이어지겠습니다.
Thank you, President Yoon. We now have a video message from the South Korean President Moon Jae-in, who will speak to Korean Americans in honor of Korean American Day.
미주 동포 여러분, 내외 기빈 여러분, 16도를 맞은 미주 한인의 날을 진심으로 축하합니다. 코로나의 어려움을 함께 헤쳐나가며 맞이한 날이기에 더욱 뜻깊고 소중합니다. 국민과 함께 따뜻한 안부의 인사를 드립니다. 118년 전 하와이에 첫 발을 내디딘 선조들은 어려운 살림에도 서로를 돕고 격려하며 삶의 터전을 일궈왔고 그 정신은 고스란히 오늘로 이어지고 있습니다. 102명의 작은 규모로 시작한 미주 동포 사회가 미주 한인 255만 명 시대를 연 것은 결코 우연이 아닙니다. 동포 사회는 가족처럼 이웃과 함께했고 자신의 일처럼 동포들의 도전을 응원했습니다. 성취를 이룬 개인은 공동체의 은혜를 잊지 않았으며 공동체의 역동적인 발전을 이끌었습니다. 코로나로 힘든 상황 속에서도 동포들은 어려운 이웃을 위해 손을 내밀었고 현지 병원과 복지시설, 경찰서에 마스크를 기부하며 지역사회에 희망을 전해주었습니다. 특히 2020년은 미주 한인 역사에 커다란 획을 그은 격동의 해라고 할 수 있습니다. 미국 연방의회에 4분의 한국계 의원이 동시에 진출하며 동포 사회는 물론 미국과 한국 모두의 자랑이 되었습니다. 한미관계의 발전에도 큰 전기가 될 것입니다. 동포 여러분, 한 분 한 분이 참으로 자랑스럽고 고맙습니다. 미주 동포 여러분, 우리 문화가 미국의 주류 문화로 사랑받게 된 것은 우리 문화를 지키고 알려온 동포들 덕분이라 생각합니다. BTS를 비롯한 K-팝과 기생충 같은 우리 영화가 미국인들에게 큰 감동을 불러일으키고 류현진, 김강현, 고진영 선수가 한국인의 자부심을 한껏 높여주고 있습니다. 한국계 작가인 최돈미 시인과 유미리 소설가 역시 전미도서상을 나란히 수상하며 우리 문화예술의 전통과 깊이가 만만치 않음을 보여주었습니다. 미주 동포 사회가 정치, 경제, 사회, 문화 각 분야에서 모범적인 공동체로 인정받으며 한미 양국의 우정과 신뢰도 더욱 깊어졌습니다. 한미동맹은 평화와 안보는 물론 민주주의와 인권, 국제연대와 다자협력을 함께 실천하는 가치동맹으로 발전했고 앞으로도 양국은 코로나 극복과 기후변화 대응 같은 국제사회의 문제를 해결하기 위해 함께 힘을 모아 나갈 것입니다. 정부는 동포들의 안전과 2세, 3세 후손들의 민족 정체성을 지키는 일에도 최선을 다하겠습니다. 사흘 뒤인 1월 16일부터 2년간 준비한 재외국민 보호를 위한 영사조력법이 시행됩니다. 더욱 체계화되고 강화된 영사서비스로 재외국민의 생명과 안전을 지키겠습니다. 올해는 2023년 완공을 목표로 재외동포 교육문화센터 건립을 시작하는 해입니다. 국내외 미래세대들이 고국에 와서 민족의 자긍심을 기르고 서로를 이해하는 장이 될 것입니다. 어려움에 처한 동포들의 목소리를 귀담아 들으며 코로나를 극복하기 위한 노력에도 힘을 보태겠습니다. 생활이 어려운 저소득 동포와 실직자, 어르신 등을 돕는 취약동포 지원 사업을 통해 포스트 코로나 시대의 희망을 함께 키워가겠습니다. 미주동포 여러분, 내외 기빈 여러분, 삶의 터전이 아무리 멀리 떨어져 있어도 고국을 걱정하는 우리의 마음은 같습니다. 지난해 봄 미주동포들이 고국에 보내준 성금과 마스크는 코로나의 파고를 넘는 큰 힘이 되었습니다. 고국의 경제 발전과 민주화에 함께한 동포들의 희생과 헌신도 잊지 않겠습니다. 동포 한 분 한 분의 삶에 힘이 되는 나라가 될 수 있도록 더욱 노력하겠습니다. 오늘 미주 한인의 날이 포용과 상생의 힘으로 2021년을 힘차게 여는 자리가 되길 바라며 건강한 모습으로 다시 뵐 날을 기원합니다. 미주동포 여러분, 새해 복 많이 받으십시오. 감사합니다.
미주 한인들을 위해 영상 축사를 보내주신 문재인 대통령님께 깊은 감사 인사를 드립니다. 대통령님의 말씀은 코로나19로 지친 미국 내 거주 모든 한인들에게 더 없는 위로가 되고 용기가 됐습니다. 또 차세대엔 우리의 뿌리인 대한민국에 대한 긍지와 자부심을 갖는 소중한 계기가 됐습니다. 다시 한번 감사의 말씀을 드립니다.
We give our sincerest thanks to President Moon for his kind words and for being a part of tonight's program. We hope that President Moon's message to Korean Americans gives you strength and encouragement to everyone at home.
다음은 자국민을 보호하는 데 힘써주시고 계신 뉴욕 총영사관 장원삼 총영사님께서 축사 말씀을 해주시겠습니다.
Next, we have a video message from Consul General of the Republic of Korea in New York, Ambassador Won-sam Chang, who has done much to serve the local community here.
Hello everyone. It's my great pleasure to meet all of you through this virtual gala. But first of all, I want to thank all those who fully supported the KAAGNY in our fight to overcome this unprecedented crisis caused by COVID-19. And I wish all of you a safe, healthy, and happy New Year. As you know, this year marks the 118th anniversary of Korean immigration to the United States. It is also a meaningful year for KAAGNY. In Korean culture, 60 years signifies the completion and the renewal of one's life cycle, and we call it Hwanga. As KAAGNY celebrates its 61st anniversary this year, the association will begin its new 60-year cycle of Hwanga. Tonight, as we celebrate the new year, and more importantly, a new beginning for KAAGNY, I want to take this opportunity to challenge you with a call to action. For the past 6 decades, the first generation has laid the groundwork for the community by overcoming enormous challenges and difficulties as immigrants. Their dedication and sacrifice paved the way for many success stories of second-generation Korean Americans, like many of you, who have excelled in so many areas and joined the American mainstream. In addition, along with the rise in the international status of Korea, the country of your cultural heritage, the Korean community is now establishing itself as a respected minority community within the United States. So, as the elder generation had done for your generation, I want to challenge you to dedicate yourselves to the community and serve as another stepping stone for the generations who will come after you. If I may be so bold, you have the responsibility, even a mission, as proud Korean Americans, to keep their community's identity and cultural heritage, and also to expand its legacy of success. With that said, I'd like to highlight one of the most pressing concerns of the community. That is the task of reconstructing the KAAGNY building. Thanks to the first generation's unstinting support and selfless contribution, KAAGNY acquired the building in 1983. But with the passage of time, the building is now literally falling apart and in dire need of urgent action. The KAAGNY building serves as a symbol and the face of our community. For the community to better connect with the American mainstream, and for KAAGNY to effectively advocate and further promote Korean Americans' rights and interests, we very much need a fitting place that reflects the community's growing potential and influence. I understand it's not going to be easy and it will take considerable time. But given the capabilities and the resources of the community and all of you, I'm sure we can make it. If we keep waiting and delaying in hopes of a more opportune time, things will only get worse, and I'm afraid we'll end up losing our momentum. When President Kennedy envisioned America's mission to the moon, he said, "We do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard." So, if we put our heads together and roll up our sleeves, especially first and second generations working side by side, and if we pool our resources as community, we can certainly accomplish this lofty but worthy goal. The time is now, and I hope you can support President Charles Yoon and KAAGNY to get this done. I'm sure this community facility you have rebuilt will be a source of inspiration and pride for future generations, and serve as a valuable asset of, as well as a historical legacy for the community. That's all I want to say to you tonight. I sincerely hope you will take on this challenge. Please stay safe and well. Thank you.
다음은 750만 재외동포의 권익을 대변하는 재외동포재단 김성곤 이사장님의 축사가 이어집니다.
Thank you, Ambassador Chang. Please join us in welcoming Chairman Sung-gon Kim of the Overseas Korean Foundation for his congratulatory remarks.
안녕하십니까. 재외동포재단 이사장 김성곤입니다. 반갑습니다. 먼저 제61주년 뉴욕 한인의 밤, 그리고 118주년 미주 한인의 날 개최를 축하드리며 코로나19로 인한 어려운 여건 속에서도 행사를 준비하신 뉴욕 한인회 찰스 윤 회장님을 비롯한 임원분들의 노고에 깊은 감사를 드립니다. 우리 뉴욕 한인회는 지난 61년간 한인들의 권익을 대변하고 한인사회를 이끌며 명실상부한 한인사회의 대표단체로 자리매김하였습니다. 특히 코로나19로 모두가 어려운 상황임에도 불구하고 십시일반하여 120만 달러를 모금하고 어려운 동포를 돕고 있는 코로나19 사랑나눔 캠페인을 보면서 다시금 뉴욕 한인사회의 저력을 느낄 수 있었습니다. 앞으로도 한인사회가 어려울 때 버팀목이 되어주고 한인사회의 발전을 이끌어나가는 뉴욕 한인회가 되어주시기를 부탁드리겠습니다. 세계인들은 우리 한민족을 코리안이라고 부르는데 이는 고려라는 말에서 나왔고 대단히 아름답다는 뜻입니다. 그리고 우리 한민족은 널리 인간 세계를 이롭게 하라는 홍익인간의 건국이념을 갖고 있습니다. 따라서 여러분들께서는 홍익인간 정신을 받들어 거주하시는 곳의 미국 시민과 재미동포들, 그리고 우리 대한민국과 나아가 온 인류를 이롭게 하는 아름다운 코리안이 되시기 바라겠습니다. 앞으로도 우리 재외동포재단은 글로벌 한민족 네트워크 확충에 재외동포와 모국이 함께 상생 발전할 수 있는 길을 넓히고 한인 공동체가 더욱 발전해 나갈 수 있도록 지원을 아끼지 않겠습니다. 마지막으로 어려운 여건 속에서도 이번 행사를 준비 위해 노력을 아끼지 않은 뉴욕 한인회 관계자 여러분께 다시 한번 감사의 말씀을 드리며 뉴욕 한인회의 새해 무궁한 발전을 기원하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
다음은 뉴욕 한인회의 든든한 버팀목인 뉴욕 한인회 역대장단협의회 이경로 의장님의 축사가 있겠습니다.
Thank you, Chairman Kim. Next, we have congratulatory remarks from Chairman Kyung-no Lee of the KAAGNY Past Presidents Committee.
동포 여러분 안녕하십니까? 뉴욕 한인회 전직 회장 협의회 의장 이경로입니다. 이민 선조들께서 미국 땅에 뿌리를 내린 지 어느덧 118주년이 지났습니다. 그리고 그 세월에 걸맞게 우리 한인 커뮤니티는 미국 사회의 주요 커뮤니티로 자리하고 있습니다. 우수한 우리 한민족의 저력이 미국 땅에서도 빛을 발하면서 이제 연방의회에도 4명의 한인의원이 참여하고 있습니다. 자랑스러운 우리 후세들에 의해서 새로운 시대가 열린 것입니다. 더불어서 뉴욕 한인의 밤 행사 또한 61주년을 맞이했습니다. 세계 경제의 중심이 되는 뉴욕에서 선후배 회장님들을 중심으로 모든 동포들이 한마음이 되어 지켜온 우리는 이제 성공한 소상공인 커뮤니티로 인정받고 있습니다. 지난 한 해 코로나 바이러스로 인해 어려움이 많았고 불행하게도 슬픔을 겪은 가족도 있습니다. 그러나 전체적으로는 타민족들보다 비교적 안정적으로 어려움을 극복해왔다고 생각합니다. 그러한 어려움 극복에도 뉴욕 한인회가 중추적인 역할을 담당해왔다는 데 대해서 찰스현 회장님을 비롯한 한인회 임직원 여러분의 노고에 시야의 말씀을 드립니다. 온라인으로나마 이렇게 인사드리게 됨을 고맙게 여기며 준비해 주신 여러분들께도 감사 인사를 전합니다. 백신이 접종되고 있고 치료제도 곧 출시된다 하니 코로나로 인한 어려움도 이제 막바지에 다다랐습니다. 2021년 새해에는 지난해의 부진을 상쇄시키고도 남을 만큼 역동적인 성장을 하는 한 해가 되도록 다 함께 노력하는 우리가 되기를 소망합니다. 동포 여러분 가정과 사업에 건강과 축복이 폭포수처럼 쏟아져 내릴 것을 기원드립니다. 동포 여러분 새해 복 많이 받으십시오.
다음은 정치인 축사 시간입니다. 이 행사를 위해 많은 정치인들께서 함께해 주셨습니다. 화면으로 만나보시겠습니다.
Next, we have a video compilation of messages from our local elected officials who serve our community here in New York.
Hi, everybody. This is Senator Chuck Schumer, and I want to salute you all on Korean American Day. I want to thank all the members of KAAGNY, the Korean American Association of Greater New York, for making this wonderful organization the important organization it is that plays such an important role in our city. And I want to salute the Korean American community. You are a wonderful community, hardworking, dedicated, building businesses, doing so much that helps New York. The more Koreans we have in New York, the better New York will be. And that is why I've always been for increasing immigration. And the more Korean immigration, as I said, the better we are. So this is a great day. I love your community. Anything you need, any help I can give, please feel free to call me. Now as Majority Leader, I'll be using my clout to help the Korean American community with anything they need at the Washington level. So congratulations, good luck, continued success, and happy Korean American Day.
안녕하십니까. I want to thank President Charles Yoon and Haninghui for inviting me to share a few words on Korean American Day. While we cannot gather in person, we can still celebrate this incredible day virtually. In past years, we would share food together with friends and honor the impressive strides Korean Americans have made to this country. The Gala's theme this year echoes the great work that KAAGNY has done toward community building and providing assistance during the COVID-19 crisis. KAAGNY went above and beyond during this pandemic. I commend you all and know you will continue to do great work in the years to come.
Thank you again. Happy Korean American Day. 축하합니다. 감사합니다.
It's so important now more than ever, coming out from this pandemic, that we strengthen our community, make sure that our voices are heard, whether that's in the halls of Congress or down on our streets in New York. This is so important for the Korean American community in the greater New York area, in New Jersey, across this country, that we raise our voices up. I will do everything that I can to be able to make sure that our voice is represented in Congress, and I'm looking forward to be able to continue that for a couple years more. But I'm just grateful again to have been connected with all of you, and looking forward to making sure that we are building our community stronger, working together to be able to accomplish that.
Congratulations to KAAGNY on your 2021 virtual gala. January 13th is also Korean American Day and commemorates the arrival of the first Korean immigrants to the United States in 1903. Korean Americans have become an integral part of American society, sharing customs and cuisine and contributing so much to our nation. My thanks to the leaders and members of KAAGNY for all of your efforts on community building in the face of COVID. Because of KAAGNY, we truly are stronger together.
The theme for this year's gala is Stronger Together, Community Building in the COVID-19 Era. 2020 was a year like none other. The lives and livelihoods we've lost forever changed our city, and the road to recovery will be long. The community has been on the front lines of this pandemic. You put yourselves at risk to help distribute census materials, food and masks, and stepped up to help people in need during this pandemic and beyond. Your work exemplifies the best of New York and illustrates the deep roots of the Korean community in the very fabric of this city. Thank you is not enough.
한인회 has kept people together, continued its functions, and really strived to make everything better as best as can be. Thank you to President Charles Yoon and all of the officers and board members of the Korean American Association of Greater New York for yet another great year despite the challenges. Thank you, 한인회. 감사합니다. 축하합니다.
And I want to congratulate KAAGNY on its celebration of the 118th Korean American Day, and to Charles Yoon as president and all of the officers and members and friends. We are so grateful for everything that you have done.
I want to thank my very good friend Charles Yoon, who has been the president of KAAGNY for the last 1 year or so. Under his leadership, we have picked up our fundraising and our mutual aid program for Koreans and other Asian American and immigrants in the state of New York. KAAGNY has raised over $1 million that was redistributed directly to people who can't pay for rent, who can't put food on the table during these tough times. But with that, I do want to congratulate KAAGNY, all the board members, all the volunteers for your amazing work. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the near future very soon.
I want to take a moment to congratulate KAAGNY for persevering through these difficult times and continuing to have your gala virtually this year. I also want to thank everyone associated with KAAGNY, including President Charles Yoon, the staff, and all the donors for the great work you do on behalf of our community. I am particularly grateful for the advocacy you've shown for struggling small businesses and families throughout the pandemic.
Congratulations to the Korean American Association of Greater New York on your occasion of the annual gala. This is a wonderful time to reflect on all of your achievements of the past year and to plan for a better and brighter future. The pandemic of the last year has made it difficult to achieve our goals, but KAAGNY has stayed strong and reliable through it all.
And it's true, we are stronger together. We're stronger when we stick together, when we help each other out, and we take care of each other. And I've been watching KAAGNY do that, whether it's advocating for our small businesses or making sure that people have PPE or got counted during the census. So thank you for your nonstop partnership. I'm always really happy to have KAAGNY at my side. And I do hope we'll see each other in 2021. No guarantees, but hope we do. And you are right, we are stronger together. And I do hope that we will stick together in the next year and hopefully see each other sometime in 2021 or 2022.
I would like to just extend a sincere thanks to the incredible team of KAAGNY staff and volunteers led by President Charles Yoon for everything that you have done to help our community not just get through last year, but to emerge from it stronger and together.
오늘 이 행사가 진행될 수 있도록 성원을 해주신 곳이 정말 많이 계십니다. 잠시 오늘 행사에 도움을 주신 곳을 소개하는 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다.
Tonight's program is only made possible by the generosity of our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum, gold, silver, and bronze sponsors for their contributions to the work that we do.
뉴욕 한인회는 코로나19로 어려움에 처한 취약계층을 돕기 위해 지난해 9월 25일부터 코비드19 사랑 나눔 캠페인을 전개했습니다. 역설적이게도 코로나19는 한인 사회를 더욱 단합하게 하고 우리 주변을 돌아보게 하는 계기를 제공했습니다. 힘든 상황에 계신 분들 조금 더 힘내시고 어려운 이웃에 대한 여러분의 온정도 계속해서 이어지길 기대해 봅니다.
That was a look into the biggest project of 2020, the COVID-19 Share the Love Food Relief Campaign. Launched back in September, the purpose of the Share the Love campaign is to address the food insecurity that many Korean American families were facing during the COVID-19 pandemic. This effort has been made possible by the generosity of over 400 individual donors, and we have been able to provide food relief vouchers to over 1,600 families in New York and New Jersey.
딸이 미국 가고 난 뒤에 혼자 살다가 그래 이제 애기 낳아가지고 싱글맘이라서
벌써 한국을 떠난 지가 20년이 되니까 훌쩍 넘었으니까
그래도 뭐 노인이 할 게 없으니까요. 딸하고 외손녀하고 그렇게 살아요.
누나의 남편이 멕시코 군인이랍다. 장기 복무한다. 근데 저도 거기 가서
애기 돌볼 사람이 없었어. 그래서 여기 와 있어요. 말도 안 통하는데.
미국이 좋기는 좋아요. 이런 음식도 주고 나눔이 참 좋은데.
그 200개 한 봉투가 200개씩 해가지고 뭐 근데 하루에 2개밖에 못 팔아요. 400개밖에. 병주를 다닌 지는 여름부터 다녔고요. 하루에 뭐 여름에는 하루 뭐 10시간 넘게 했어요.
여러분이 힘드신 분들이 있는 줄은 제가 몰랐어요. 저는 이런 기회가 많지 않았기 때문에 여러분들이 이렇게 힘드신 분이 많은 걸 몰랐는데.
After Charles Yoon, president of KAAGNY, reached out to me and explaining what was going on into our Korean American community in the tri-state areas. And when I heard this, I was very touched and had a better understanding what was going through. And not only people losing jobs and stores are closing, small business are all shut down, and some of them was not able to get any funding from the government and having very difficult time. And so it was an opportunity for me to help in small way to support the community, and it was a great experience. And as we all know, how Korean Americans are, whenever this type of difficult events occur, we all come together and just make difference and come out very strong. And I am very proud to be a part of Korean American community.
이어지는 순서는 시상식 순서입니다. 먼저 커뮤니티 표창장 시상식을 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 커뮤니티 표창장은 코로나19라는 초유의 사태 속에 물심양면 동포사회를 위해 힘써주신 곳에 선정됐습니다. 코로나19 극복을 위해 헌신해 주신 모든 분들께 존경과 감사 인사를 드립니다.
Tonight, we are honoring several remarkable individuals and organizations for the work they've done this year, but we would first like to take a moment to recognize our community heroes. The following people and community groups have done incredible work to serve the broader community in a variety of ways, and their contributions to our society across generational and socioeconomic lines have shown that we are stronger together.
이 자리를 빌려 잠시 미국 내 한국전 참전 용사를 기리는 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다. 대한민국을 위해 헌신하신 모든 미국 내 참전 용사께 머리 숙여 깊은 감사를 전합니다.
Next, we will be taking a moment to recognize and pay tribute to our heroes, the Korean War veterans. Without their sacrifice, we would not be here today as Korean Americans.
You've been so generous by donating these gowns. It's not only you, Mr. Yo, he also donates a lot of things here, but I want to thank you so very much. And as always, you know, the bond between the Korean American and the government and also the Korean War vets is strong. And every year gets stronger. And I thank you so very much.
We're also deeply grateful to the Korean Americans serving in the military today. What an incredible legacy they're carrying, as all of us are here today thanks to the sacrifices of the Americans who served in the Korean War 70 years ago. We honor our Korean War veterans and pray they will stay safe.
계속해서 시상식을 이어가도록 하겠습니다. 차세대상 수상자를 발표하도록 하겠습니다. 수상자 발표는 케빈 김 행사 공동위원장님께서 해주시겠습니다.
Tonight, we are honoring 4 individuals and organizations for the incredible work that they've done to serve and empower our community. First, join me in welcoming KAAGNY Gala co-chair Kevin Kim, who will be introducing the recipients of the Next Generation Leadership Award.
What motivates a person to help others in need? For Chloe Kim, our 2021 KAAGNY's Next Gen Leadership Award honoree, it's always been an intensely personal journey, a sincere attempt to honor the sacrifices of her grandfather, who became permanently separated from his family in North Korea during the Korean War. I first met Chloe a couple of years ago as she prepared to launch the Baosei Foundation, a nonprofit organization named after her grandfather's childhood nickname. Now, anyone who's been part of helping to run a nonprofit organization knows the challenges in doing so, let alone starting a nonprofit organization from scratch. But if you've had the good fortune like me to have met Chloe in person, you would immediately have known that if any teenager could pull this off, it was Chloe Kim. Fast forward a few years, and Chloe's tireless work on behalf of the Baosei Foundation has transformed the lives of 10 North Korean refugee students. Thus, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you KAAGNY's 2021 Next Gen Leadership Award recipient, Ms. Chloe Kim. Chloe.
My name is Chloe Kim, and I'm the founder of the Baosei Foundation, as well as the proud recipient of this year's Next Generation Leadership Award. I'm so honored to be receiving this recognition from KAAGNY tonight. Greatly inspired by the stories of my Harabaji and then college student North Korean refugee Joseph Kim, I founded Baosei with the goals of providing both financial and emotional support to North Korean refugee students in the United States. I hope to provide these students with what I have learned to be the foundational tools for success, education, and family. As children of immigrants with splintered families and members of the first generation, both my parents have always been acutely aware of the impact a college degree and a strong familial support system can have on an individual's life. Throughout my childhood, they have always emphasized that they would be nothing without their families and educations. Almost always arriving to the United States destitute and alone, I wanted Baosei to promote the upward trajectory of our students' lives by providing scholarship programs as well as fostering a network of caring individuals for them to rely on. Since our official launch in May of 2019, I am ecstatic to report that Baosei has sponsored 8 students pursuing college degrees in the United States. One of my proudest moments occurred recently when a returning student attributed the straight A's she received on her report card to the financial and emotional support Baosei had provided her last academic year. Finally, with family playing such an important role to BAUSE's programming and messaging, I would once again like to thank KAAGNY for bestowing this award upon me and inviting BAUSE and all of our students into your family network. Thank you from all of us.
다음은 롤모델상 수상자 발표를 하겠습니다. 수상자 발표는 지밀리 행사 공동위원장님께서 해주시겠습니다.
Congratulations to Chloe Kim. The next honoree will be receiving the Community Role Model Award, and they will be introduced by KAAGNY Gala co-chair Jimmy Lee.
Good evening, friends, and happy Korean American Day. Thank you for joining us tonight for the 61st Annual KAAGNY Gala. There are so many Korean American Day virtual events being held tonight, and we're so grateful that you took some of your valuable time to spend with us. We hope everyone is enjoying some Korean food today to celebrate the occasion, with perhaps a little K-pop in the background too. It is now my privilege to introduce the recipient of this year's Community Role Model Award, Grace Yoon. Grace currently serves as the head of client development at Rockefeller Capital Management and is also a member of the firm's executive management committee. Grace also focuses on engaging with women and next-generation family members and building customized sustainability and impact investing solutions. She also chairs the Rockefeller Next Gen Advisory Council. She was recently recognized by Crain's in a powerful group of notable women in finance. But I would say that her proudest role is being a devoted full-time mother to 3 beautiful children and a wife to Stephen. As if all of that didn't already occupy her every waking minute, this year we are recognizing Grace for the incredible time she finds to empower and inspire young women and girls in the financial and technology industries. Through Grace's invaluable work at Invest in Girls and Girls Who Code, she continues to mentor young women that will surely leave a lasting impact on society for the better. And as a father to a 9-year-old daughter myself who codes, it gives me great pleasure and pride to present this year's Community Role Model Award to my friend and colleague, Grace Yoon. Congratulations, Grace.
Hello, Happy New Year. My name is Grace Yoon, and I'm Head of Business Development and Strategic Partnerships at Rockefeller Capital Management. It is truly an honor to receive this year's Community Role Model Award from the Korean American Association of Greater New York. A special thank you to Charles Yoon and to Jimmy Lee for nominating me for this special honor. A little bit about me. I was born in the Chicago area, and we moved to the New York area right before I entered into middle school. Like many Korean American families, education was super important to my parents. And they particularly stress the importance of being a person of high moral character and integrity. Being a good role model to others, even when you have no idea who's watching you, was always something that was really important to them. And of course, as kids, we didn't always behave that way. But as I grew older, I always tried to carry that with me, even throughout my years working in finance. So this particular award really means that much more to me personally. I am so inspired by KAAGNY's mission to represent the Korean American community in all facets of life and to bring the different generations of Korean Americans together to celebrate our common heritage that we're all really, really proud of. The theme for today's gala, Stronger Together, and the work KAAGNY has done in 2020 in community building and providing relief and assistance to the most vulnerable during this unprecedented time is truly amazing and inspiring. Thank you all again for this wonderful award. I accept it with gratitude and humility and look forward to meeting all of you and your families in person soon. Thank you so much.
다음은 올해의 단체상을 발표하도록 하겠습니다. 수상자 발표는 한나김 행사 공동위원장님께서 해주시겠습니다.
Congratulations to Grace Yoon. The following honoree is an organization that has done amazing work to provide relief to frontline workers and to raise Korean American voices in the civic process. They will be introduced by Gala co-chair Hannah Kim.
Hello, my name is Hannah Kim, KAAGNY's Vice President of External Affairs and this year's Gala co-chair. I'm extremely honored to introduce KAAGNY's Organization of the Year. The NEO Foundation was founded at the start of 2020 by successful second-generation Korean Americans who grew up in New York City to give back to the community and empower Korean Americans. I am so proud and thankful to the trustees for their generosity and vision for our community's future. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Bill Moon, the Foundation's treasurer, to provide remarks on behalf of the NEO Foundation.
Hi, my name is Bill Moon, and I am the treasurer and one of the trustees of the NEO Foundation. On behalf of NEO, I'm humbly honored to accept the Organization of the Year award by KAAGNY. When we formed our foundation at the beginning of this year, we had no idea we would be receiving this recognition. Our goal was simply to give back to the Korean American community by investing in projects that were aligned with our mission. No one could have predicted that we would be faced with a pandemic, especially during such a significant year of the census and presidential election. We thank KAAGNY for helping us distribute critical PPE to New York City's hospitals, veterans' homes, and Korean American community centers in the spring when New York City was a hotspot. We are also proud to have funded KA Vote, a nationwide effort to increase Korean American votes and census participation. KAAGNY led the initiative in the New York City region, working with Mingwon, CASE, and KSC. Your outreach efforts helped achieve a record turnout among Korean Americans this year. NEO thanks all those involved on the ground that helped make this happen. We hope that our collective efforts will strengthen our community's future. Since our first immigration to the United States in 1903, Korean Americans have really come a long way. We are resilient, we are industrious, and we will rise stronger together. As immigrants, our parents work tirelessly for the future of their children. Similarly, we will continue to help empower our community so that our children can have a better tomorrow. NEO means tomorrow in Korean. That is why we are named the NEO Foundation. And for the Korean American community, NEO certainly looks brighter. Once again, we thank President Charles Yoon and KAAGNY for this award. Thank you so much for this incredible honor.
다음은 올해 한인상 수상자 발표입니다. 올해 한인상은 찰수윤 뉴욕 한인 회장님께서 직접 해주시도록 하겠습니다.
Congratulations to the NEO Foundation. Our final award tonight is the Korean American of the Year Award, and they will be introduced by KAAGNY President Charles Yoon.
찰수윤 회장님, 발표를 위해 앞으로 나와 주십시오.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce Chairman Byun Jong-duk. Chairman Byun is the founder of 21 Hope Foundation. 21 Hope Foundation sprang into action during the very early phases of this pandemic. The 21 Hope Foundation supported those who are most vulnerable in our community through distribution of PPE as well as through direct funding. Chairman Byun's foundation also provided scholarships and also helped not just the Korean American community, but the broader community at large. 예, 올해 한인상 수상자는 변정덕 이사장님께서 되시겠습니다. 변정덕 이사장님께서는 20일 희망재단을 설립을 하셨고 20일 희망재단은 이번 코로나 바이러스 팬데믹이 터지자마자 제일 빨리 신속히 우리 한인 커뮤니티를 돕는 데 앞장을 쓰셨습니다. 예, 변정덕 이사장님 앞에 오셔서 상을 받으시죠.
올해 한인상 수상자이신 변종덕 이사장님의 수상 소감을 듣겠습니다.
We'll now have a few words from Korean American of the Year, Mr. Jong-duk Byun.
오늘 제가 이렇게 귀한 한인상을 받게 된 것을 진심으로 감사를 드립니다. 특히 우리 뉴욕 한인회 또 찰스 윤 회장님께 감사를 드리는 바입니다. 저는 20일 희망재단 변종덕 이사장입니다. 지난 1년간 제 마음속에는 별로 한 일은 없는데 한인회에서 이렇게 높이 평가를 해 주셔서 정말 감사합니다. 한 가지 얘기하고 싶은 것은 제가 21대 한인 회장을 하면서 지금부터 30년 전입니다. 그때에 제가 한인 사회를 빛낸 사람들에게 상을 준 적이 있습니다. 30년 후에 제가 그러한 상을 받게 된 것을 정말 영광으로 생각을 합니다. 이 상은 저 혼자의 힘으로 우리 20일 희망재단을 이끌어 온 것이 아니라 저희 이사분들 또한 주위에 있는 분들 또 많은 도네이션을 해준 한인들 덕분에 우리 서류 미비 가정에게 도움을 줄 수 있었습니다. 오늘 제가 상을 받는 것은 그냥 상만 받는 것이 아니고 올해에 일을 더 많이 하라고 작년보다도 더 많이 하라고 주는 상으로 믿고 우리 재단에서는 2021년도에 제가 능력이 닿는 데까지 참 이웃을 위해서 일을 할 것을 우리 동포 여러분께 약속을 드립니다. 감사합니다.
오늘 수상하신 모든 분들 진심으로 축하드립니다. 감사합니다.
Congratulations and thank you again to all of tonight's honorees.
뉴욕 한인회는 앞서 코로나19로 변화된 모습을 담은 코로나19 컨테스트를 진행했습니다. 지난 1월 8일까지 응모한 분들을 대상으로 모두 4개 부문에 걸쳐 수상작이 선정됐습니다. 부문별 수상작품 화면으로 만나보시겠습니다.
Prior to tonight's gala, we opened a photo contest to everyone in our community to share how they displayed resilience in 2020.
가장 따뜻한 사진 부문.
The most heartwarming entry is
가장 영감을 준 사진 부문.
The most inspiring entry is
가장 재미있는 사진 부문.
the most interesting or exciting entry goes to
마지막으로 가장 인기가 많은 사진 부문.
the most popular entry goes to
수상하신 모든 분들 축하드립니다. 수상작께는 뉴욕 한인회 사무국에서 개별적으로 연락을 드리겠습니다. 이번 사진 컨테스트에 응모해 주신 모든 분들 감사드립니다.
Congratulations to our winners and thank you to all who participated in our gala photo contest. We really enjoyed reading your entries and the thoughtfulness you put into them.
네, 오늘 행사의 대단원을 마무리할 시간이었습니다. 마무리 인사는 찰스 윤 뉴욕 한인 회장님께서 해주시겠습니다.
To close our program tonight, please join us in welcoming President Charles Yoon.
Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. 오늘 자리를 함께 해주신 여러분께 감사드립니다. 새해 복 많이 받으십시오. Happy New Year, everyone.
뉴욕 한인회가 61주년을 맞기까지는 한인들의 헌신적인 관심과 사랑, 성원이 없이는 불가능했습니다. 지난 시간에 기쁨과 영광의 시간들, 또 숱한 역경과 고난의 시간을 뉴욕 한인회와 묵묵하게 함께해 주신 여러분 감사합니다. 내년에 건강한 모습으로 다시 뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you to all of you at home who joined us tonight. We are always grateful for your support of our organization and the work we do. We hope that you enjoyed tonight's program, and we hope to reunite with everyone next year. We wish you and your families good health, and we hope you have a good night. Thank you.
When I'm down and all my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden me, then I'm still and wait here in the silence until you come and see the world with me. You raise me up so I can stand the mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
When I am down and all my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and waiting in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
You raise me high so I can stand the mountains.
You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on
lifts me up to more than I can bear. You lift me high, so I can stand on mountains. You lift me high to walk on sunny seas.